Gents, welcome back to another episode of Sip, Suelta and Sway, el lugar donde tomamos algo rico,
soltamos lo que nos pesa,
y seguimos brillando. I am your host, Chris.
And I'm your co-host, Jackie.
Hi guys, welcome back. Today is Thursday. Today is when our video should have gone up, but you guys, it's been a crazy last couple of weeks for us y no habíamos podido grabar. I got sick. I had no voice. My kids were sick.
And then I had really bad allergies and body aches.
Yeah, she thought she was like sick with the flu, but it turned out it was just allergies. So we ended up not filming for you guys. So at this point, this video again should have gone up Thursday, but I'll probably have it up by like maybe tomorrow or Saturday. But the next video should be up on Thursday.
Back to the regular schedule.
Back to the regular schedule, you guys, because in all honesty, I mean, we are full-time workers, full-time employees, full-time moms, full-time everything, and life happens, and it's okay. It's okay. Jackie was like, you do it alone. And I'm like,
I was like, you can do it.
I feel like I need that dynamic, especially with what I was especially with the video that I was planning on doing by myself. I was like, there's no way I can do that alone. I need that support. Anyways, it's okay. It's okay.
I was like, just if you want to, like, just try it. You're like, hey, oh no.
Mm-hmm. But we do have an update for like the Wendover trip.
Oh my gosh.
We went to Wendover for my birthday, and it was fun. I really enjoyed myself.
Me too. I had a great time.
Shut up, Jackie, because you didn't even come out to gamble with us.
I don't like gambling.
I was so excited because she was gonna go over, and I had even thought we're gonna sit on a table. I'm gonna teach her, and she's gonna have loads of fun. Nope. Next thing you know, she had some McDonald's, and she went up the stair, or not up the stairs, up. Cold. Yep, she went up to the room where our other babysitter was, and she just passed out, and I felt bad.
Hey, you guys promised food, and then you guys didn't give us food. No.
That was your dad.
My dad was like, my dad was telling the babysitter, if you come, like I'll get you food. And then we all came together, and my dad didn't get us food.
He was, you know,
That's why I went to McDonald's.
Oh my gosh. No, Esquira. We had a reservation.
Yes.
We had a reservation at Willie's and Pancho's.
Yes.
But you guys were late.
We were like 4 minutes late.
So we didn't end up going.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Yeah. We're going to end up going back so we can go out to dinner to that place.
And I'll gamble this time.
Yeah, and she will.
I literally went upstairs, me comí el McDonald's, and then I was like, nomás me voy a acostar aquí.
Yeah, she passed out. But I had fun. I was mostly at the table with just like a few of our friends, and we just kind of sat there and chilled.
What did you guys play?
Blackjack.
The whole time?
Sí, mostly.
Oh my god.
Y es que ya me gustan más las mesas.
You guys didn't do a roulette?
No,
everything on black.
Esta vez no hicimos un roulette. Maybe next time, but not this time.
All of it. The house mortgage and everything on black.
No, hell no. I can gamble, pero no es cierto. No, en la mesa que nos sentamos, we were gambling. That's the most I've ever gambled on a table, is $15 a hand. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh my god. And I was actually doing decent. I was doing good.
Yeah.
But there was a guy sitting right next to me. He was going crazy.
Really? Oh, well, yeah. Right?
Yeah.
The one guy?
The BYU student.
Mm-hmm. We don't know your name. We do.
No, actually, I don't remember his name.
We're not gonna say your name.
We're not gonna say your name, but we know who you are. And no, it was just interesting. It was just interesting that he was there. But whatever, again. Anyways, guys, we're gonna continue with the sip of the week. Jackie, fingers crossed.
Are these the ones we got from Wendover? Well,
yes.
You got from Wendover.
Mm-hmm.
It is the Menage a Trois. Oh, the one from like a few episodes ago. Well, not few.
It's different. This is obviously different.
The Sweet Collection Sweet Red Blend. We'll see how this goes.
We shall see. A ver si es cierto.
It says it has vanilla, and we don't have a very good luck with red wine.
No, hopefully, dude. I'm crossing.
Did we like the other one?
See? No, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst.
Okay, this one smells good.
Oh, I'm excited.
This one smells great.
I did my research. Dude, okay, I kind of went crazy at the Wendover liquor store because there was so much wine, dude. I got a little overwhelmed. Like I didn't know where to start. Did you feel like that at all? Or was I just very hyper-focused?
I think you're just very hyper-focused on finding like the right one.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at everything. I was like, oh, that bottle's cool. Oh, that bottle's cool. Oh, that bottle's cool.
No, así estaba yo. And you know what? I found a couple that I wanted to get. And then I saw the price and I'm like,
There was a wine that was, how much did I tell you?
$2 grand.
$2,000. No. Was it more?
Was it more?
I think it was like, I don't remember.
Or was it $3?
There was some expensive.
That was some very expensive. Okay, so the bottle is cute. It's elegant. I'm gonna rate it. I'll rate it a 3. It's good. It's
out of
decent.
5.
Mm-hmm.
I'll rate it a 2. It's simple. Okay. She's simple,
but she's elegant.
Yeah, she's elegant, simple.
So yeah, no.
It reminds me of Stella Rose.
Stella Rose. A ver. So, anyways, it smells sweet. Yeah,
it smells like. It actually smells like blackberry, like raspberries, blackberries, and vanilla. Like actually.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, I'm excited. Ah!
That is good.
10 out of 10, bro.
I mean, great.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. Okay, it's fruity. It's sweet, but not like overly sweet, and it's kind of got like a little sizzle.
Yeah, and it like I feel like the burnt tire ones and the ones that we can smell that are sour, they're horrible.
Dude, the
because
burnt tire one.
You can smell the sweet in this, and even though the other ones don't smell sweet, they smell what they taste like. Does that make sense?
Yes. Your dad tried the burnt tire one, and he was like, "What the fuck?"
He's like, "Oh, hey,
no te lo venderían en un taller mecánico."
He said that? So he agreed?
No, yo te estoy preguntando a ti.
Yes.
But basically, you guys.
Yes.
Okay, I'm super happy with this. This is a 5.
This is good.
Very, very good. Very, very much recommended.
The mechanics gave us the other one. Imagine.
Yeah, no, screw whoever
Anyways.
recommended that. Okay, guys, we're going to move on to the topic of the week, which is work horror stories. Oh my gosh, Jackie, I have had my fair share of horror stories, but let's start from the top. How about we talk first about what was your first job and how long did you last?
My first job? I think my very, very first job was at Brewers. I mean... Dude, I had one sip.
Okay, we can bleep that.
My first job was at a cherry plant.
A cherry factory or plant?
Plant. So like factory? Plant? What's the difference?
No sé. I would consider that more like no, it's a plant. Estoy mal. No, it's a plant. It's a
basically
plant.
What they do is that they get the cherries, they clean them, pick out the good ones, and we box them and ship them off. But what I did, I have some hookups in the office, aka my aunt. So I helped hire everybody. I helped assign people. We helped fill out W-4s and stuff like that. So I got the hookup in the office. I didn't have to work out in the. Oh, it was nice.
Nice.
That was mine. And then it was just for the summer. So
yeah,
I think that was my first job.
That was I think so. Yes.
I don't know if it was that one or Little Caesars, but I think it was that one.
No, porque para Little Caesars manejabas, ¿no?
Well, yeah, I was in high school already.
Yeah.
Yeah, then the cherry plant. It was sick.
Nice.
Good adventures.
Oh man, I recall some of your moments there. So yeah. I don't know if they were good times. The one I'm thinking. But
no, that time sucked. There was good and bad, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
What was yours?
My first job was when I was going to college, aka
that was your
cosmetology.
You got your first job in college?
No. Not in college. Holy crap. A mí me tenían muy cuidada. Ay, no te creas.
I was like, damn, I was like 14, 15.
No, but no, for real, I was in college. Dang. I was probably unos 18 años when I got my first job. Te digo, algunas, no te
Must be nice.
No, I always wanted to work, but my mom always told me to just focus in school first, which I did. But then this meshes into my horror story, my tóxica friend story. Era en el mismo tiempo that I was going to cosmetology. I met a friend who was working at a call center. Oh. My first job was a call center. Horror. Yeah. Horrible. Oh my gosh. It was those jobs that you just sat in your car and you were like, here we go again.
I've heard. I knew someone who worked in a call center and they said it was abuse every day almost.
I probably was there 3 months. But it was hard. Yeah. Like it's a very depressing, very
it's like abusive, no?
Not abusive, it's just nobody wants you to call them. All I remember was that we had to reach out to, I remember it was like some farmers in like Kansas or Oklahoma, and we were always like, is Mr. So Farmer Joe in the house? And I remember like the wives would be like, my husband is a farmer. He is from, like sun out to sundown. He's out on the farm. He doesn't want to come home to talk to you. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay,
pues no más que no.
Yeah, no. I always got those very angry.
Like customer service. That's abusive.
No, I think that's a little bit better.
No.
Because okay, these are cold calls, Jackie. No, this is like, hey, there's a survey. Can you do a survey? And do you have time for a survey? Nobody has time for a survey. Yeah. It was horrible. Anyways, that was my first job.
I think customer service might be worse.
I don't know. You have to have thick skin for that, for sure.
Because you're getting complaints from absolutely everybody. Yep. And why isn't this fixed? And when are you going to come out to fix this? And who's going to... Yeah. No, I'm telling you, I've heard some stories about people that worked at call centers and they're like... Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, you guys, what's worse? No. Call centers or customer service?
I think customer service.
We want your input. Let us know.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, so what is the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you at work?
I got a lot of those. So, there's been a lot. One time, me and Ati had to take ice creams to like a board meeting.
Okay.
Well, we had to take lunch.
Okay, lunch.
To a board meeting. I don't know if I should tell the story. But we were taking ice cream. Like, we had ice creams. Mind you, it's like July, so it's 80, 90 degrees outside. We're sitting there, just me and her, with 8, 9 ice creams and 8, 9 bags of food in my little car.
Oh, okay.
Either my car or her car. I don't remember whose it was. Those ice creams were melting. Yeah, andábamos looking I kid you not, we licked all the ice cream because they were like, they're spilling everywhere.
Are you serious?
And then we walk in and we have like melted ice creams and we're all sweaty.
Todas acá chamagosas de seguro.
Sweaty. We're like, we look like we just ran a marathon y nos quedan mirando like, oh, thanks for lunch. And we walk out, just licked all those ice creams.
I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have done it too. Because de que mi carro esté sticky a que yo esté lamiendo todos estos. I probably would have.
All of those.
Oh man.
That's one. It was embarrassing though, because we walked in like, we're here.
Yeah, no. Ice cream for sure. Y luego para muchas personas, si con un ice cream that you're walking out, it starts melting. Imagínate tantos and have to put up with it. Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah, dude.
Anyway,
yeah.
My most embarrassing moment was at work as well. Obviously, we're talking about work. Sorry. I mean, it was an office setting.
At work.
It was an office setting, and I got my first job as a receptionist. And it was the first week that I started, and we did lunch every Friday, I believe. So I took charge of ordering all of the lunches. Hence, this was my first week, my first reception job, and the first lunch that I was in charge
that
of.
you ordered.
I ordered everybody except for the CFO. Pues que es uno de los meros de la compañía. And I was like, I swear that he didn't email me. He was like, I emailed you, and I was like, a mí no me llegó nada. So I was so embarrassed. First of all, I was mortified. I was so embarrassed. Uno de sus nephews ended up giving him his lunch, which I don't know, I just felt so stupid. But I was sure, dude, I was sure that he had not emailed me. Y pasaron unos meses.
And you did it again.
El señor, the CFO, did email me, but he emailed me to my personal email. He did not email me to the company email.
Yeah, so you're like,
it wasn't after months that I seen that. So I did what I do best. I was like, see? You did email me, but you emailed me to my personal.
He was like, get out.
He was like,
you're fired.
He was like, oh. I was like, see this? You didn't email me to your.
He's like, you had to tell me.
But yes, after that, I created a list of every single person, and I marked, like I triple checked that everybody got a lunch because of that incident. I'm really good at that.
Hey, we learn from your mistakes, though, right?
But it wasn't my mistake.
You live and you learn, right? I know. You're only like 2 sips in, girl.
I'm sorry. This is funny.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Sorry. No, it's not this. Es que me da risa that I went up to him and was like, see? It wasn't me. It was you.
I told you we needed more.
Anyways, we're going to continue. Have you ever sent a message about someone to that person?
Yes. So have I ever sent a person a message about the person that I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yes, I sent screenshots of messages to S about S.
Oh my gosh, are you
why
serious?
Did you send me that? And I was like, oops. I was just circling where you made me feel dumb.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to him. And I've done it a couple times. It happens. When like when I'm supposed to send something to like a group chat and it gets sent to the wrong one. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
The app does not undo send.
That is true. That is true. I don't think I've never done that. But I recall me observing a manager that was actually they were gonna talk to an employee because they were having issues with this employee. And I think she was overwhelmed with what she had to talk to this employee about, that she was supposed to call her boss to talk about her situation, about the employee that they were wanting to discipline.
Yeah.
She ended up calling the employee that they wanted to discipline and was like, do you have time to talk about so-and-so's, like performance.
Actions for so-and-so.
Performance. And they were like, this is so-and-so. And she was like, so she was mortified. And I was, you know how you get secondhand embarrassment for people? Sometimes this was like, it was that, but not the feeling of embarrassment of like being like mortified. I was like, you're feeling it, but I'm feeling it for you as well.
I'm watching you and I'm feeling it with you.
So yo siempre que voy a llamar o que voy a email, especially emails that are very, very, that have very like, I don't know, maybe upsetting stuff about an individual, I always make sure, triple check that it's not to that person. That would be so embarrassing.
It happens.
It happens.
And then they're like, why are you talking crap about me? It's like, yeah, it was. Anyways.
Go for it. You get the next one.
In any of your jobs, did anyone act like the boss without actually being the boss?
Yes. I worked at this warehouse. Well, no, it's not a warehouse. It was like a plant. And había una señora chiquita, like 5 feet.
Period. It's always the small one.
She was Mexican, and she just had this attitude that she thought she was like the leader. Y andaba, va a agarrar una manguera. Nos falta esto. Y ahí nos andaba mandando a mí, a mi otra friend, and it was like freaking annoying because it's like, excuse me, who do you think you are?
Yeah.
So I was starting to kind of give her attitude, and she would have, I don't know, she took it out more on the girls than the guys, and she was also like a pick me girl. So I remember in one of the days we were just cleaning, we really weren't working. I was really fed up with her. So la mojé. But there was this big machine in front of me, so she couldn't see. She didn't see it was you, and you were just like, "Oh yeah, ¿Quién me mojó?"
And you're like, "Oh my gosh!" You said, "Revenge is so sweet."
Yes. So, anyways, that is what I did.
Oh, y la señora.
Sí. ¿Quién me mojó?
Oh my god!
I ran. I was like, "Yep."
That's
anyway,
crazy. That's
don't mess
crazy.
with me. I'm just kidding.
No, actually don't, because she'll wet you.
Oh god. Okay, sorry. Anyways, you?
I don't remember. I don't think so, because I've always worked with like families, or like my coworkers have been like really chill. I've noticed que los trabajadores que work like the afternoon/night shift are way
chill
and laid back.
Yes.
Yeah.
A mí nunca me ha tocado, but I've heard that they're more laid back. They're
chill. Yeah. They don't give a foot, because it's all like teenagers.
Yep.
High schoolers.
Okay. Have you ever quit on the spot?
Nope.
No,
never. I always put my 2 weeks in.
Huh.
Always.
I know the importance of not on the spot, but I didn't give my 2 weeks. So what happened is I went to work for this, let's say, it was a law firm, right?
Oh, I know what one you're talking about.
That law firm was a shit show, basically.
Yeah, I do know what you're talking about.
I put up with a lot of stuff that I was not looking forward to, and basically it was very overwhelming. I was also pregnant at the time, so it was again one of those jobs that you would get to work, and I was like, I can't do this. Like, I can't put up with another day like this. So I was looking for another job at this point, and I knew the girl. Okay, so I knew a girl that I had previously worked with, and she reached out to me and she said, "Hey, I'm going to be moving forward to just being a stay-at-home mom, and I thought you would be perfect to replace me. Come in for an interview like today." And I was like, I'm not even dressed formally for an interview. Let's do tomorrow. And they're like, no, they really want to meet you. They want to...
Like, you need to come in
You need to come in today. I'm like, perfect. So I did. We did the interview. I even got to meet, like, the reason why I had to go that day as well is because the CFO was at the office that week and was leaving the next day. So I wouldn't have met him, and they wanted me to interview as well with him. So the interview went great. They offered me the position. And I was like, okay, perfect. I did what I needed to do, like all documents and stuff, new hire paperwork. And once it was a for sure thing, I just texted my boss and I'm like, hey, I'm quitting. I'm done. Is there any way you can give me your 2 weeks? Nope. And
figure it out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I've never done that. I've never quit like that.
It felt good. But that was because it was a very toxic and stressful job.
Yeah, no, I've never done that.
But I have never done that, and I don't recommend you to do that because you burn bridges. But that is a bridge I wanted to burn. So,
and that's okay. And that's okay. You don't need to keep all the bridges.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt stalked or had a creeper
at work?
At work?
Yes.
You have?
Oh, yes.
And?
Multiple. But one of the worst ones. One of the worst ones. So I was working, minding my own business. I got along with everybody, and there was this guy that was obsessed with me. that was much older than
It's
my
always
age.
the old creepy guy.
And I'm not talking like, you know, like 7, 8 years old. No, he was probably 20 plus years older than me. And he got obsessed with me. He got obsessed with me to the point that he would try and find out if I was dating anybody. And he tried and convinced my coworker to look through my phone to see who I was talking to. Because he knew I was talking to somebody, but nobody knew because I like to keep my life private.
That's crazy.
And he told her, go to her, just go to her phone and just see who she's talking to, pa que le dijera. And then my friend was like, I'm a little concerned because he's asking me to do this, and I was like, what the hell? So after that, I kind of tried to completely kind of cut him off, not talk to him anymore. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Yep, that's scary.
That is pretty
scary.
creepy.
No, I don't think I've ever had like a creeper or a stalker.
Like at work? No.
Never. I'm telling you, I always worked with like either people my age or like, I mean, I did have this one person when I was back in high school. I used to work at Little Caesars, and there was this guy that made a rumor about me that we made out, and he got to grab my ass, you know, as a kid. And I was like,
those poor guys.
Like, no much.
It's like,
get over yourself. Yeah. Like, get over yourself.
Es que no sabe cómo talk to girls, so he needs to make up stuff.
Pero como que sabían, my compañeros sabían. They were like,
that he's just full of shit.
Idiot. Yeah.
I've met guys like that too, and it's like, ay, pobrecito.
Yeah, it's like, no mames.
Have you ever had a fight with one of your coworkers?
No.
No?
I'm just a chill girl.
Damn.
I'm just a chill girl.
You need a little bit of drama in your life. I'm just kidding.
Good. Let me keep my peace. No, I've never had like a fight with a coworker, but I've had like issues that get brought up where I'm like, hey, you know, just letting you know.
Yeah.
But it's never like, oh yeah, yo me agarré con esta y me jaló las greñas y yo también le di un black eye.
Yeah, no, I've never obviously gotten in a physical fight, obviously, no. And I don't want to say it was a fight, but definitely a argument, kind of confrontation that turned
disagreement for sure.
A big disagreement that caused a big kind of tension / awkwardness between our team, and all I can say is it did not end well.
I think I got fired. The guy ended up getting fired.
Anyway,
I'll tell you guys. She always leaves that cliffhanger.
Have you? Okay, you go next. Sorry.
Okay. What's the worst task you've done at a job that you dreaded and pushed you to the edge of quitting on the spot?
I have several.
Me too.
The first one that comes to mind is back when I worked at that factory where I told you that I que mojé la midget or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No, actually though.
So that plant, it was they made food or whatever, not made food, like treats or whatever. And one of the ingredients,
the plant, like the factory, like I think that's technically a factory.
Yeah, okay, a factory.
But they call it una planta.
Sí, pues sí, una planta, factory, whatever.
Is it the same thing?
I don't know.
Is factory planta and no way, dude.
Factory.
What's factory in Spanish?
Planta, no?
Yo pensé que una planta era una planta, like a plant.
Oh, like a flower
like
or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question. We're going to have to look that up because now I'm curious.
Ask my dad.
But anyways, I worked at this place where there was frozen chicken. Yes. There was a lot of frozen meats, along with that was frozen chicken. So they had massive boxes of chicken that went bad because I think something with the AC. So the workers had to go in there and it had all thawed out. It was completely, it stunk. First of all, the smell was terrible. We went in there, you guys, and we were probably this much deep in water and blood. Yep. That day that we were with our squeegees, like moviendo all that.
That's disgusting.
That's the first time that I was like, what the hell am I doing here? And I thought about walking out, but I was trying to save for my car, and I ain't no quitter. So I didn't quit, obviously.
That's disgusting.
And it was disgusting. It was disgusting. I was wearing long red rubber boots, so it's not like I was by any means like wet from my feet, but you got splashed, definitely. And I remember there was this guy that he was not wearing waterproof boots. His feet were sticky, smelly, and yeah.
Ew.
I remember que I was like,
you're like, how many times, Señor, ¿cuántas veces te bañaste para quitarte el olor?
And the next day he's like, yeah, I couldn't wear my boots. They were all sticky and nasty. I have to wash them. I'm like, I would have thrown them away.
No, yeah.
But that is one of the times that I questioned, like, what the hell am I doing? And that was not one of our duties to do, is something I want to point out. It was kind of like a one-time, hey, we need your help. Can you come help? Yay, vamos.
Oh, no. Mira, si ves esa agua que tiene sangre,
I need you to clean all that up.
I need you that shit. Oh, gosh, no.
So that was pretty nasty.
No,
anyway.
I've never, I mean, one time, well, when I worked at Little Caesars, I had an incident where, like, you see this little scar?
Yes.
It used to be this big. Porque me quedaron con una pan.
I remember that. It was bad. It was nasty.
So that time I was like, I want to go home. But then I used to work at a nursing home too during COVID. And this is what made me like quit, put in my 2 weeks. I had a patient, okay, and it was COVID, so family can't come in or whatever. So we had the doors locked all the time. And I had a patient where her son would always come see her, which is fine, whatever, mask, as long as he didn't have COVID. But there was one point where it was like 8, 9 o'clock at night, and this man was trying to break into the nursing home. And then the nursing home that I worked in, it was one CNA
at night
at a time. It was one
at
in the morning.
Okay.
It was one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one at night.
Oh hell no!
And
me too.
And they're sitting there trying to unlock the door. They're screaming at me like, "You better let me in, you little!" Like they were going through the windows and everything. So I had to call like
the cops.
The cops.
Yeah.
And when I called the cops, like the guy had already left, and they were like, "Hey, if he comes back, like let us know." And by then it was 5 minutes, and my shift were over, and I was like, "I'm gonna go home."
And you were probably not even wanting to go out there because it's like, what the hell is this creeper out there, maybe waiting for me or something? Because people be crazy.
Yeah, the cops stayed and roamed around for like an hour and a half after I left, I think, is what I heard.
Yeah.
But they walked me to my car. They're like, "Get home, whatever."
Oh my God.
So I'm getting home here at like 10, 11 o'clock. And I just got out of my room.
That's traumatic. I'm sorry, but that's traumatic. And I also worked at a CNA place, and only overnight were they alone. During the day, they had like the 12-hour shift nurse, and then they had help during the day.
No,
there was always like a cook in the morning, and then like for lunch, and then the part-time nurses that would.
Yeah, not me. In the nursing home that I was in, it was one nurse per shift, and then if I went in at like 5, 6, I'd get out at 2. But I was making breakfast and lunch.
Oh, you were making.
Yeah, and the night shift would like prepped it. So we just had to like throw it in the oven or whatever. But on top of that, you have call lights going off. On top of that, it was me and like 8 patients.
Oh man, pues no son tantos, pero at the same time, it's like
if they all need help,
it's a lot of work at the same time. Yes,
there was maybe like 3 patients that couldn't get up, so I had to go to them.
Okay.
Every time, but then the rest were like.
Yo estuve en una nursing home que creo que at a time I think there were 15, probably 14 or 15 residents.
Yeah.
So a little bit more. No, I remember there was a
CNAs. Oh, yeah.
During the night, it was the only time that it was just one CNA because most of them are passed out.
Sleep. Yeah.
But during the day, it's like no, they had more help.
Yeah. Props to you, CNAs, man. I like.
Kudos to you. Because
I like being a CNA.
I had my pros and cons for sure.
Yeah.
This or that work horror edition.
Let's do it. So, would you rather have endless Would you rather have endless questions from a customer or endless gossip from a coworker?
I'm gonna go with the gossip.
No, same. Heck, I'm sorry, but there's some questions that are like, okay, really? This is what you're asking me right now? Like, you've got to be shitting me.
So no, I'd rather, I'm gonna stick with the gossip.
No, yeah, same. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Okay. The next one is, would you rather have a micromanaging boss or a never training boss? Never trains you. He kind of just like, hey, this is what I need you to do. Go do it. And you figure it out. Or do you need the micromanager, which is like, okay, I'm going to train you and then I'm going to train you again. And then I'm going to sit here and just make sure that you're doing it right.
Never training boss. I've already lived through that and it's not that bad. No.
If you know how to figure it out and you're a go-getter, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because I've been set up in positions where it's like, I'll train you a little bit and then you go and do and figure it out.
Yep.
And I have.
Yep. At the job that I'm at now, that's how I started.
That's how you started.
They just threw me into the pack and I learned.
No, I get it. I've been there, done that.
Yeah. Okay. Would you rather have someone steal your lunch or someone steal your ideas at work?
My lunch.
I'm going ideas at work. Ideas? Depending on where you're working and what you're doing, I'm going ideas.
I'm going to be like, it was my idea, and I'm going to be like, that was my idea, actually.
Oh, hell no. You take my lunch and we're fighting. I am such a... especially if it's like something I really wanted to eat. You know what, oh, hell no.
I'd be like, who's a fat ass?
Yeah, exactly. I'd leave a passive-aggressive sticky note like, next time you want some food, don't take mine, fat ass.
You know what? If people were stealing my lunch, I would be that type of person. Did you ever hear about it was like a lady whose lunch kept getting stolen. So she put like cat poop in one of like the muffins or something that she took.
Oh no.
That would be
I've just heard like the hot sauce one, or obviously you don't want to commit murder either.
No, pues no se puede, eso no se puede. Anyways, okay, tripping in front of everyone or spilling a food or drink on a customer or coworker. I'll spill the food on you.
I'm tripping.
Yo no me voy a caer enfrente de ti.
I'm tripping. I trip all the time. I'm so clumsy.
I am very clumsy too, but I'd be mortified if I tripped in front of, I'm thinking like my current job.
Yeah.
There are steps everywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Stairs.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Y yo sí me tropecé the other day, and luckily
nobody
saw me. I was like,
yeah. I mean, no me da vergüenza to trip anymore.
Sí me daría vergüenza.
I've tripped, oh my gosh,
so many times.
So many times, and I'm just like, ya me conocen todos.
Oh,
I'm clumsy.
I wouldn't mind spilling food or drink on somebody. Be like, oops, sorry.
Next one.
Saying you too at the wrong time, or mispronouncing something during an important
saying you too for sure. Yeah. Oh, enjoy your food, thanks, you too. I'm like, oh, and then you drive away and you're like, oh.
Okay, for me, and because I've done it, I've mispronounced like an important word when we're having like a very important discussion. I can't remember exactly what word it was, but I couldn't say it. I couldn't say it. So we're having this deep, conversation with a boss or with one of the main honchos. It's like, I believe that this hypothesis, this idea is good. That it makes you feel really dumb.
Did they laugh at you?
No, but they're kind of just looking at me like, what are you trying to say? Yeah, there are some words in English that I have a hard time saying.
Like what?
Like I have a hard time sometimes saying like decisions.
Decisions.
That's one word for me. Reluctant. I think that was a word that I got stuck on that one time we were trying to
reluctant.
Reluctant. It's reluctant. It's reluctant. It's ya no lo puedo decir.
Really?
Reluctant. ¿O cómo te dije? Reluctant.
I don't remember.
I don't know what you said. It's a word, but reluctant.
I was like, I don't know what you said.
And that is something I would miss. And it's like a very
reluctant.
It's like a very important conversation you're having.
Reclucked.
Y luego sales por eso del duck.
Yeah, you're reclutting.
The ductant, the whatever.
Oh my
See,
god.
that'd be embarrassing for me.
Oh yeah. Or like, yeah.
Anyway.
No, yeah. That's embarrassing.
Oh man. Anyway.
Okay. Do you want to do the
Vino y
honors
vanidad.
of Vino and Vanidad?
The vino y vanidad. Let's see. What is a good one for vino y vanidad? You guys, take your days, your weeks, your months, or whatever, like a day by day.
Mm-hmm.
I have found myself in the last couple of weeks, I feel a little sometimes like overwhelmed, overthinking, that I'm thinking 2 or 3 days in advance. And then I look back to my, to my days, and it's like, what did I even do those days?
Yeah.
So
live a day by day.
The last couple of days, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to live my days day to day, and I'm going to try and enjoy them as much as possible, because it sucks when you get too carried away, and then you look back like a week back and you're like, what did I even do?
Mm-hmm.
What was my, you know what I mean? And you let certain things just overwhelm you to the max.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that no more.
Piggybacking off of that, mine's been journaling. I have this app on my phone that you can journal on every day, and you don't necessarily have to like write anything. It's called Cove. You don't necessarily have to write anything on it, but you can like take pictures of what you're doing at the moment, or
oh really?
Or if you wanted to write something, and then it's like Pinterest where you have like different categories to put it under too.
Oh, that's
so like
cute.
Right now I have like the Bible studies, and then I put all my notes in there, and then I have just like a brain dump where I put like random pictures, or like I put pictures of like the podcast on there.
Yeah.
And then you can click out of all of it to see all of it. And if you go to the calendar, you can see what days you did stuff and what days you journaled and what you did on this day.
Oh, that's cute. So it's a
good time.
I like that. I usually just have my planner, and I have personal and work stuff.
Yeah.
But something that I started doing again, Jackie, taking pictures of myself. Remember how last podcast for my birthday, I was like, last year I don't think I took pictures of myself for my birthday. Oh, fuck that. So I went to the bathroom. I used to
you were like drunk. You were like
so yeah, I did that.
That's awesome. Yeah. Made you feel good?
It did.
That's
and
good.
Now and that's why I kind of did my hair today too, because like I want to take a picture today.
So I did. Yeah. Period.
So anyways, you guys, you do the same thing, girls. Don't
do what makes you feel good.
Do what makes you feel good. Don't forget about yourselves. Love yourselves, because if you don't do it, nobody else will
do it for you.
Yeah. So with that, you guys, we hope you enjoyed this. Comment your work horror stories, and please like, share, subscribe, comment. Jackie, anything you want to say?
Like, subscribe, comment.
Oye, y yo
like, I can't say not subscribe. Like, subscribe, comment, share.
Yeah. And we'll be back with more, you guys. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for watching again, and we'll be back like soon, and hopefully on a regular schedule. So anyways, you guys, y recuerda, tómate tu tiempo.
Suelta lo que ya no suma.
Be confident, candid, and a little Cabernet.
And slay, baby, slay.
Bye, guys.
Bye.